Hello everybody, this is the Anglia Street Rod Project by Buitrago and me as helper and other helpers as we need them. It is August 28th. This is part 12, segment 1, and we've done an awful lot since the ending segment of part 11. I'm going to go cover that now. As you can see, the fiberglass tunnel has been modified, and the side pieces, I guess it's a hybrid tunnel, Lou, right?
Yeah.
Hybrid, it's fiberglass and steel.
All in.
Anyway, it's all in, riveted, glassed, working good. And then if you look over here, there's actually the gas pedal.
And they got a gas pedal down in there.
And there's room for it to be...
Of course it ain't tightened down.
Yeah.
But it'll be like that.
So, for those of you who are sharp-eyed, you'll see that the transmission in there is not gray because that's the real transmission. The torque converter and the transmission was assembled and attached to the engine, and about an hour or so ago the engine was installed. We lost 2 days on the torque converter because a lot of the parts that we get comes from Speedway and comes from Summit Racing. We're fortunate that Summit Racing a couple of years ago put a distributing warehouse, probably about 10-12 miles from us. At any rate, the transmission is a B&M Hydro, and the torque converter is a B&M Hydro for the TH350, and went to put the converter on, and instead of the 3-step insertion to get it in right, it would only go the first one. Fortunately, there was a tag that was painted over on the torque converter, no other numbers on it, and we were able to scrape the paint off and determine from the application code that the torque converter was not for a TH350, it was for a 4LE60. After some confusion trying to explain it to Summit, they did us good, and Lou went down yesterday morning. Fortunately, Sunday they're open 24/7. Cut the right torque converter, and bada boom, it was installed. And there it is. The engine is in with the B&M Hydro and the correct torque converter. So Lou's already got the carburetor installed, and everything is looking pretty good then. So we've made a lot of progress. There's also the whatchamacallit for the shifting linkage. So that's what we're doing now, right? We're working. Oh yeah, that's right. While the fake engine was out, which Lou is sitting on, the cross member, the front cross member, which was about there, has been removed and moved forward. Also, the plates that were bolting the existing radiator when we first tried it, long before we had the body, have been removed. So one of the next upcoming steps will be to put the front end on, right? No,
put the radiator in there, and then we'll tack everything and then put the front end on.
Oh, okay. You won't use the front end to see where it goes? Okay. So, other good news.
Yeah.
Other great news. Long time coming. Lou talked to Barbara at Smash Palace in North Island in New Zealand, and we finally got the payment from the credit card straightened out. She's received the requested amount, and then is the process of boxing it up and getting it shipped to us. So that's going to be another biggie, all the parts. And I may have mentioned already that it'll be the upper and lower left and right door hinges, the handles, the latch mechanism, the trunk, the boot, the boot hinges, the boot hinges, those two go there, the T-handle and the locking mechanism. So we're looking pretty good there. So that's about it for this segment.
Hey, Oli, you gonna say hi?
Oh yeah. Yeah. By the way, we imported a guy to help lift the engine this morning. Some muscle. That's Lou's son. Actually, really, he's visiting California. We didn't bring him in to do the engine. But while he was here, we made use of him.
Somebody had to do something around here.
Yeah, somebody has to do something. Right? Yeah, well, you know, you're not exactly an old guy, though. So, but you qualify. Okay, so
for some young labor.
Yeah. So we're looking good. Oh, another good thing. For the first time in probably 35 days, we had a bit of rain last night.
Oh, yeah.
And it's interesting because the ground on the lawns is so dry that an hour after the rain, I took my dog out and she didn't even get wet on her paws. That's how quick it's soaked into the ground. And it's cooler today with a high of 93. And gosh, it feels wonderful. Well, you know, August 28th, hot August nights are about to come to an end, hopefully. Anyway, at this point, I'm going to close this segment off, and we'll catch you the next time. Take care, everybody. Goodbye. Welcome back to the Anglia Street Rod Project by Lou and Bob. September 1st. Time's flying. 2023. This is part 12, segment 2. We've had a couple of setbacks, but we'll talk about the progress first. Lou, you want to get in there and press that gas pedal?
Yeah, the gas pedal come out real nice.
Okay, let me show you.
Works good. Going to have plenty of
push it down.
room. Okay.
You see? Gas pedal linkage. Now, one of the minor setbacks is this is the throttle kick-down leakage, and it's a low-carb part, and the bag did not have the piece that fits in here and ties to this piece. And after some spirited conversation with Locar, who wanted us to spend 2 hours with pictures and crap to have him send us a little goddamn screw that was missing from the package, we just told him, screw it, send the goddamn screw and we'll pay you for it. We got time to shit around. That's Locar. Expensive stuff. Nice, but expensive. Yeah. Anyway.
Very expensive.
The other setback we've had, Lou, you want to explain?
Yeah. Sudden, never thought of was, once you get the linkage on here that goes to the shifter, this baby is so tight in there that what's going to happen, I'm going to have to probably take and do a wobbly do in the rod. It goes, well, here, let me show you what I have.
It's what it uses normally, a solid rod?
It's thread all. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Anyhow, what's happening, this is the guy here. And this is where it hooks on the transmission, this hooks on the linkage. And right now what's happening is it's rubbing on the part of the
underside
tunnel.
Of the tunnel.
So I'm thinking I might be able to do is, you know, put a Wampy do in it. And should work.
Okay.
If not, then
the backup is...
Yeah, backup will be, you make a cable one.
Okay.
Which,
so that'll avoid having to mess around with the cover.
Yeah.
And as you can see, the cover has been finished and fiberglassed and all done. The hybrid cover. Now
our next problem.
The other problem we had is in order to install the dipstick for the transmission, we couldn't get down and work. We had to actually temporarily pull the engine and transmission out again, do the work on that firewall there. You can see the dipstick, and then put the engine and transmission in. But the big issue is the Ford Mustang radiator sitting over there next to Randy the Riveter.
The riveter.
Is too wide for the fiberglass body, and we cannot get it even at an angle. That's despite the fact that we moved the front cross member forward to make room to play around. It still is a no fit. So what the plan is, after doing research, Speedway, old Speedway again, has a radiator that is long and tall, like Sally. and it is only 16 inches wide maximum, including the U-shaped channel on each side, which is about a ½ inch. So we're going to get one of these from Speedway, and then of course it'll be mounted near the frame from the bottom, which means if we have to, we can even trim that side bracket and get closer to the 15-inch width, which will then
fit up in here.
Fit where these stupid fiberglass things are protruding. So that's the next thing is we'll get that on order. And one thing we're not too happy about is this particular radiator does not have a filler spout. We're going to have to take and run off the upper hose connection with an inline
Filler.
Gooseneck filler. But we figure it'll be somewhere in here. This piece is, of course, O-ringed and adjustable. We can rotate it to make a better fit. So that's that. What else we got going, Lou?
Well, that's going to be a thing now is getting that radiator. One thing, it'll fit in there nice because it'll fit in between here. That's what counts.
Yeah.
Right there.
And of course, with the cross member out of the way, we got
and it gives it'll
plenty of room to get
put it in any place you want in there.
Get the vertical depth location, and not to mention there'll be plenty of airflow.
Yeah, definitely will.
Okay, so I think that's about it.
Yeah, so the only thing now, real big thing is waiting for the parts to come from New Zealand.
Yeah.
So that'll, that's probably going to take a couple of weeks. It's got to go through customs.
Yeah. I think all that crap comes to the Chicago post office for inspection.
Yeah, normally it does go to Chicago.
Yeah.
I know a lot of stuff coming from China goes to Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it comes here.
Okay, so with that, we'll bid you adieu till the next time. I got to give my two pals here some more snacks. They're waiting for them. All right, take care, everybody. Catch you all later. Bye-bye. Good morning. It's September 9th, 2023. This is the Anglia Street Rod Project, Part 12, Segment 3. And if we look close, you're going to see that there's a lot of connections made. There's the vacuum line to the distributor. There's wires down to the starting motor and to the alternator. And then in here, we've got the oil pressure and the water temperature connected up into the engine in anticipation of doing a start one of these days soon. But the big news is there's the latest radiator, which we had to get because the typical Ford Mustang wouldn't fit because of the way the fiberglass body is made. So this is a Speedway item, and it arrived yesterday, and as you can see, it fits in like it's almost made for it. Now, unfortunately, what we found out, well, we knew already, but the front end is skewed towards the front to the left, and if you look down to the space here between the radiator centered in the grill shell and the space here, you can see there's about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of offset. With this front end is skewed to this side. Well,
yeah,
it's bolted to the body, so we have no choice except the fact it's going to go there. And the next thing that's coming up is moving the front cross member out and relocating it forward more. Gives us a little better fitting room, but that radiator is sitting about the same spot as what we had the Mustang radiator. So we're going to continue as before, and we're going to put the fan on the front where there's plenty of room inside here, and it'll be a pusher fan. So the next thing is, Lou has already got brackets fixed, is to bolt it up to the radiator, let it rest on the frame, tack it, and then we'll pull the front end off and be able to get to it a little better. We might be able to get away with using the other hoses, but we'll have to see. And of course this radiator does not have a full spout, so this is going to probably 90 degrees with a rubber connection, and then the fill spout will be here, and then the hose will go here to the front. So what else we got hooked up back here? I saw something else. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned before, the throttle kickdown is set. Here's the vacuum hose that goes to the power booster down in here. And there's the start of the wire loom. There'll be more wires added into that. The 2 wires for the kickdown switch on the transmission, and the, what, 3 wires?
Yeah, it's you to go to the distributor, and then the one going down to the starter. Yeah.
Now this, and then a wire going down to the starter to be obviously connected to the key switch, which is that guy down there. Okay. So it's kind of a short segment, but that's what's going on. That's the latest. The radiator work to put it in permanently is gonna happen next. So with that, I'll bid you goodbye. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. Recording. Welcome back, everybody. This is part 12, segment 4 of the Anglia street rod build by Buitrago and Bob, his helper. So here we go. There's the new final radiator. I can see that the brackets have been made and welded on. And if you look up the top, I got a very nice connection for a fill spout to make up for the lack of it on the radiator itself. All the hoses are on. Everything's looking good there. 15-pound 1 atmosphere clamp. So what else, Lou? You checked the distributor pointing to number 1?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty darn close. Just a matter of...
Okay, so just a matter of...
Fire it off. Just a matter of, you know, setting the timing.
Yeah, adjusting the timing. And what else do we do?
Now, made up the some electrical for the start circuit, also the neutral safety switch, and also the distributor and tack wires.
Okay, so you can actually turn it with the key and start it?
Yeah, I'll be able to, yeah, and I still got to, of course, you know, put all that good stuff against the firewall, but yeah.
Tie it down.
Yeah.
And then the fan is now mounted on the inside of the radiator as opposed to the outside on the Mustang radiator, where we really prefer it to be. Then you don't have to look through the grill and see an ugly fan. And that's because Lou moved that front cross member out.
Yeah, that's actually the radiator sitting right where the cross member was.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I can see the marks. So that's good.
Yeah.
Plus a little better on the airflow because it's not being blocked on the front. Not that I think we'll need it. There's the wires for the fan. Those will run down, and they'll be part of the wire harness that goes along the frame that feeds the headlights and parking lights or directions or whatever else is going to be in there. So that's, oh yeah, the problem with the straight shift linkage being too tight under the tunnel, we did some research and we've ordered a shifter cable that's about, what, 16 inches long?
Yeah, 16 to 20 inches.
Yeah, that's designed for, I think, a Polaris.
I have no idea what it...
Anyway, I'm going to look later and see what it goes. But anyway, it's coming. It'll be here tomorrow. And with because it's made for shifting, we need it to be robust enough to, you know, move the shift lever on the transmission. And it comes with, you know, the end pieces with the adjusting nuts and stuff. So Lou will end up making, Lou the bracket king will make his famous brackets to fit it in. So, some really big news. Are you ready for this?
Christmas has come.
That arrived U.S. Postal
Today.
and that comes from Horopito Smash Palace in the North Island of New Zealand. Our friend out there, Barbara, has put together the parts that we want for the hinges.
So this is
And
a little up note, maybe? Just an invoice. Yeah, just an invoice.
okay. Come on the end here. It's interesting that the box is
Okay, here we go. Christmas time.
door handles.
Door handles. This part here. Looky here. There's the door hinge. Little worn pins, but that's okay. We know how he's
Repin it.
about that. There's the top one.
Yeah, it's got that funny curve.
Yeah,
too.
it's got that funny curve, and then that's the lower one. There's the boot.
The boot handle.
Yeah.
The trunk, otherwise, for you people who don't know what a boot
There's
is.
the inner door hinge. Here's another one.
Come on. Notice that they're all marked where they go, so we don't have to figure it out. That's pretty good too.
More.
Oh, the outside door handle.
One has a key in it.
One with a key.
Oh, she did send those. I was wondering if she was going to send those.
Oh yeah, the
Duhan keys.
oh great, great.
You know. Okay, and here's one of the.
Oh, the door release.
Yeah, this guy here hooks into this guy like these.
And that's how you pull the door,
and then,
pull the latch.
Yeah, this is goes up in the door.
Yeah.
And then, of course, some hardware.
Oh, the extrusions, I think they call those.
Some springy doos.
That would be the boot.
There's the. Let me get. Go ahead, Bob. You can go ahead. Let me get catch this
Here's the other one. And this would be the other door hinges. Wow, fantastic. Look at that. All the stuff that we need for the door and the boot. Well, fantastic shout out to Barbara of Horopito Smash Palace on the North Island of New Zealand. Thank you so much, Barbara. This has been a long problem. I'm going to pause right now. Hi, we're back after that pause. About ready to wrap it up. One other thing I didn't discuss is that Lou stopped by a muffler shop that's not very far from here, and they're pretty experienced at doing this type of stuff, and he showed him pictures of the car, what he wanted done, and there's no problem. So the other part that's necessary for that is my son-in-law has finally got access to a trailer that we can put the car on and bring it down and have the exhaust put in. So that's going to happen one of these days. Not to mention the trailer will be used to go 90 miles away to my lake house and get my 32 Ford out of storage, where it was put last year because we were moving and we had no place to put it. So that's good for me too. Anyway, that's the end of this. I'll be putting it together and I'll be publishing it probably later today. So thank you all for watching. We appreciate your comments and your support. And we particularly appreciate Barbara at the Smash Palace in New Zealand. Great, thank you so much.